Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are unboxing Chaeyoung's solo debut album, LIL Fantasy Volume 1. They had kind of been teasing for like a long time that Chaeyoung was gonna make her solo debut, and we all basically knew it was gonna happen. We were just like, when is it going to happen? And it finally did. I had wanted to get this unboxing out faster than I have, but for the first time ever, I have found it really difficult to get all the different album versions. Usually I don't have a hard time at all getting them. I was able to find both of the like standard photo book versions at Barnes & Noble on the day of release. What's weird is they didn't have the digipack, which usually is very accessible on the day of release as well. And they didn't have the canvas version, which is like a special edition version of the album, I guess. I had really wanted to have all versions of the album to unbox, but I just cannot find the canvas version anywhere. It's not available at Barnes & Noble. None of the K-pop stores around me have it yet. I ordered one off of Amazon, but it's pre-order technically, so it's not being released until a few days from when I'm filming this. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna end up just releasing the unboxing of these versions and then just leave the canvas version out, but I'm kind of sad about that because the canvas version, based on the album previews, was definitely my favorite version of the album, so I would have loved to have included it in this unboxing. I think what I might do is maybe do a separate video unboxing that one. I'm not sure if anyone would actually watch it, so let me know in the comments if I do a separate video unboxing the canvas version. Would you guys watch it? I really wish that I had ordered it through Twice's official store, but it's so much cheaper getting it through a different store than from their store, and I was trying to be a little bit more financially responsible. So now I'm kind of kicking myself because my order from the Twice store did come, so if I had ordered the canvas version, it would have been here already for my unboxing, so how was I to know? But I guess for the future I'll know. So today I have the Murmur version, what is this? I think this is called the Glimmer version. I could be so wrong. This is the Sparkle version, and then I also have one extra copy of the Glimmer version from the Twice store. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get to unboxing. I will start with the Murmur version. Okay, so here is the first standard photo book version, the Murmur version of the album. Small story, I got both of my albums from Barnes & Noble. I pre-ordered them for pickup and they just like had them ready for me when I got there. I really wish I had looked at the albums before I left the store with them, because when I got home, I realized that both of my albums came extremely damaged. They were definitely like crushed, absolutely crushed while they were in transit, I guess, to Barnes & Noble, which is really disappointing because I wasn't planning on getting any additional copies of this album. Like, this is what I've got. So now like I'm sad that my copy of it is so damaged like that, especially on the spine where it shows the title. Usually I store my albums in my bookshelf with the title facing out. So I'm definitely bummed about that. But anyway, here is what it looks like. It from the front looks like a giant envelope. Here is the side. You can't tell, but it has Chaeyoung's like, it says like Twice, and I think it might have her birthday. I could be wrong. And I think her initials and maybe like the code, like the color code to her official member color. And then on this side, it says LIL Fantasy Volume 1. And then here is the back with her like LIL Fantasy Castle. I'm not sure what this questionable stain is that she's next to. Interesting choice. Not sure what they were going with here. And then that's just what the sides look like. Let us open the envelope. So first we have, here is the, oh, okay. Here's like the envelope that all the inclusions come in. Right away, noticing that this was not packaged very carefully, so it is bent. Like, luckily it's just like the envelope, so it doesn't really matter, but it has like, I don't know if you can see, it has like a smudge on it from something here, and it's damaged on this side, so that's not exciting to see. Then on the other side, we have her drawings here, which are so cute and amazing. And then here is going to be here is the photo book. Here is what the photo book looks like on the front. And the back, oh cool. Her little fantasy castle. I love that. That is awesome. I wonder if she literally drew this. She probably did. She drew it and then they made it based off of her design. So it has like right here, I guess like a little keyhole that you can see Chaeyoung through. Let's talk a little bit about the album. I'm not going to talk too much about the photo book. While we flip through it, I'll just talk about the album. I think everyone can agree that this album is so Chaeyoung coded. Like, there really is no one else in sort of like the mainstream K-pop industry that's doing it like her and has her very like specific tastes. She loves like Tim Burton stuff, so like visually everything is very much like Tim Burton inspired. Like, I think the keys are very much inspired by like Coraline and stuff, and this kind of looks like her crawling through that little like tunnel that Coraline crawls through. The music itself is very like indie pop. There really isn't like any other, I feel like, album coming out from a K-pop artist that's like this. I think overall the genre of the album isn't my personal favorite. I wouldn't say like I'm super into indie music, but once I listen to the album, like, I feel like I can really appreciate the album for what it is. And I think that if I were more into that genre, I would definitely be super into this album. Everything about the album, down to like the music and all of like the art direction, I feel like has such a clear vision. It's very obvious that like Chaeyoung put a lot of like time and thought and effort into this album. I think she said that she had been working on it for 3 years. So this really is like a labor of love for her. Oh my God, that's so cute. These little like dioramas, and she's like looking through them. That's so cute. Everything about the album really just is so focused on showing us Chaeyoung's world. It literally is like, this is her fantasy and she's welcoming us into it. And so I just like, I love the whole idea and concept behind the album. I think she had said that like with this album, she really wanted to show everyone like who she really is as a person outside of like her idol persona. And this is probably like the clearest image that we're going to get of who Chaeyoung is really on the inside. So I really just love that she 100% just like committed. She was like, this is who I am. And she's always been that way. This is who I am. And I finally want to show everyone that. I think there was an interview where Jihyo was saying that when she was going to debut solo, she was really nervous about everything and felt kind of unsure of herself during the time. But that apparently everyone that's been working with Chaeyoung has been saying that like, oh no, like she has not been feeling unsure about anything. Like, she knows exactly who she is and what she wants to do. And I just think that's so cool. Also, this image is amazing. Oh my God. So far, this is my favorite image from the photo book. That is so cool. I love that. I really am just like so proud of like her and Jui being like the two youngest members, and being after like Jihyo and Nayeon, which like we all knew like they were gonna debut as soloists, but for Jui and now Chaeyoung to debut as soloists, I feel like is just shows how like committed they are to what they do. And I don't know, I'm I'm very, very proud of both of them. But I think a lot of people were really, really anticipating Chaeyoung's solo to come out because they knew, oh my gosh, the tattoos on full display. They knew that like she always kind of sort of marched to the beat of her own drum and wanted to do something a little bit different than what the norm is. Oh, this is so cool. Examples of all the different outfits that she wore in the music videos. So these ones look like the avocado outfits from the avocado music video, and then these ones look like the outfits she wore in the shoot music video. Okay, so that is the photo book. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm hoping that nothing is damaged just because my albums came so damaged. If you are ordering ahead of time from any store like Barnes & Noble or Target, I've definitely learned my lesson. Like, you should check the albums first before you walk out of the store with them, because had I seen how damaged they were, I would not have left the store with them. I would have asked them, can I replace these for a new set of albums? So lesson learned there, and I hope no one else falls into that same issue as I am. So here's everything. I'm gonna try to take things out so I don't see the photo cards. So first thing we can look at is, I believe this is a giant folded poster. Yes, okay. I don't know if it'll fit on camera. Here is the folded poster that comes with this version of the album. Oh, what is that? She has like a button of herself, of her own face that she's wearing. That's so funny. Here's this poster. Oh, I think this is the lyric poster. Yes. So here are the lyrics to all of the songs, and I will definitely get into what my favorite songs are later. And here is the lyrics map. This is so cool. I just love her style of art. She's always just said that she loves to draw, and she kind of just draws whatever she feels like. So I feel like this map is literally just like a map into her mind, which is so cool. And it looks like these are all lyrics that are making up the little like path through the map. I wish this was smaller almost, because I wish there was a way to display this like in my collection, like in my binder. I would love to do that. I'm not sure how that's possible. It wouldn't fit like this. I would love to find a way to display it in my binder, just because I think in itself this is like a really cool work of art. And now let's see, what do we have next? Oh, so here is the CD. Here's what the CD plate looks like. Ooh, that's cool. LIL Fantasy, Volume 1. And then it looks like, I'm not sure what this design is on the front. To me, it kind of like looks like a wrought iron gate. Like the gates are opening, letting us in to her fantasy world. That's just what I see. I don't know if that's what she intended, but that's how I interpret it. Here is interview questions, and that's so cool. It has the avocado from Avocado music video, and I think it's in some of the album photos. And then on the back, yes, for the solos, they always do like messages from the other Twice members. So we got Nayeon, Junghyun, and Momo. And I just love how it folds neatly into a cute little avocado. This I'll definitely store in my binder, probably just like that, so you can see both sides of the avocado. That's really cool. Then after that, let's see, we have, this is a pin badge, or like a pin button, and Chaeyoung drew this. It kind of looks like it's supposed to be her in the outfit that she's wearing in the Sparkle Digipack version. So that's really cool that everyone gets like a little button. We also have a key, like bookmark, I think. So here's the key, and it says LIL, and here the key says LF, like LIL Fantasy. And then, oh, what the? So it looks like it got like damaged somehow. There's like two little like notches in it. And I want to say that it probably came from the pin badge. So if you see, there's like two little notches here that the pointy part of the pin goes into. And I think this was like resting on it. So that's kind of a bummer. Luckily, it's not too noticeable. But anyway, here is the bookmark with her with the castle on her back and that really questionable stain. And I don't know, I feel like in theory, the idea is that like you could take your photo book that has the keyhole and now it's kind of like you have the key that goes into it, which is kind of cool. I just love how thought out that is. Then after that, we have a folded poster. Ooh, so pretty. I know this like wasn't her inspiration, but just like looking at this image, like the colors of it very much reminds me of like The Wizard of Oz. Like the green fingers, these flowers that she's in kind of reminds me of like the poppy fields from The Wizard of Oz, and she's in all black with the green fingers. It kind of reminds me of the Wicked Witch. I don't think that was her inspiration for this, but that's just where my mind takes me. That's really pretty. I'm excited to add that to my binder. Here is like, it's not a postcard, but it's a printed photo. And I will say, like, I don't know if you can see, but it is like pretty warped. I feel like the way that the album was packaged, it like kind of makes it really easy for things to get damaged, which I do wish that they would have put like a little bit more thought into. Luckily, it doesn't look so bad, and if like something's going to be a little bit damaged, I'd rather it be something like this than a photo card. But that's what that one looks like. I think there's two other versions of this. And then after that, we can get to the photo cards. Okay, this one is probably going to be the Barnes & Noble exclusive. So for the Barnes & Noble exclusive, here's what the back looks like. And it has her little castle on the back. And when we turn it around, so cute. Oh, I really like that. I'm hoping to trade, because I got both of mine from Barnes & Noble. I'm hoping to trade my other Barnes & Noble exclusive for a Target exclusive, because that one's going to look a little different. Let's see, now we have the regular album photo cards. I wonder who I'm going to pull.
Boo! You stink!
We have... Cute. Okay, so that's her in the, like, red flowers background outfit. We have, cute, that's her in the like castle outfit. And then, ooh, pretty. And then, oh my God, this one is so cool. I love the like green avocado fingers. That is so fun. Okay, so here are all the album pulls that we got. I definitely think that this one is my favorite. It's so cool looking. There are, I think, a total of 15 album photo cards. I have 3 albums, so there's 4 with each album. I'm hoping, in theory, we could then get 12 out of the 15. I'm planning on just collecting them all. I'm not gonna buy a 4th album. I'm just gonna purchase the photo cards separately. Fingers crossed we get no dupes. That's everything we got in this album, and now we can move on to the Glimmer version. So here is the Glimmer version of the album. It's very similar to the Murmur version, but this one is in like a, I guess like a light avocado green color. And then you can see here, once again, this album that I got from Barnes & Noble is also damaged, which is so annoying. Luckily, I got another one of this version from the Twice store. So that one came in better condition, so I'll just keep that one. But for my Murmur version, it's so sad. It really is not in good condition. I think the problem is that like this outer envelope is just too big for the contents of what this is. Like the photo book and the envelope don't really take up that much space. And so it's so easy for the envelope, the outer box, to get crushed. So I think that's what happened. I do wish that they had thought a little bit more about the dimensions of the outer box and how easily it could be damaged. Oh yeah, but here is the back of it. She's holding the Lil Fantasy avocado with her green fingers. And then we have, here is, where is it? Here's the envelope for this version. Very cute. And we'll set that aside. And then here we have the photo book, which is similar with the keyhole to the other version. So here is the back of this version. Tattoos on full display, avocado fingers out. And then when you open up the key into her little fantasy, here she is. So yeah, let's get into the music more. I really like Shoot. I think it's like so fun, and whoa, this image is so cool. Sorry, I just got distracted. That is amazing, and her dress is really cute. I think Shoot is great because it's very much her vibe, but at the same time, it's also a little bit more commercial sounding than the rest of the album. And so I think they did like a good job choosing that for the title track. The music video I thought was super cool. I ended up really liking the choreography for it too. For some reason, for a song that was like as chillax as this song is, I almost like didn't expect the choreography to be as good as I thought it was. I thought the choreography was going to be a lot simpler than it is. Oh, she looks so cute. But the choreography is really good. I've watched all of her music show performances and I thought she did a great job. Yeah, I think for the music videos, because she released Avocado first and then she released the title track Shoot Firecracker. I think for music video wise, I actually liked Avocado better than Shoot. I think they like really let her go off and be her like funky, fresh, weird self for Avocado. And they really got to do so many like cool artistic things, like very Tim Burton-esque, like stop motion kind of stuff. And I think I really enjoyed like all of the styling for that music video. I loved seeing her in the, oh my gosh, so cute. This image is really pretty. Little fantasy rug. I really enjoyed seeing her in the like 50s like soda shop outfit. And then I also just loved all the different like colors that were in the Avocado music video, where I feel like with Shoot, it was a lot more like black and white muted colors, which is very like reminiscent of Tim Burton. But I would say that like most Tim Burton movies have a lot of color. There's definitely like a lot of black and white. But I think we shouldn't forget that there's plenty of color in Tim Burton movies. I would say I've listened to the album a few times now. Even though it's a full-length album, it's relatively short actually. So it's pretty easy to listen to it a bunch of times. So I would say my favorite song off the album is, the track is written like, the title is written in Korean, but it translates, I think, to Shadow Puppet. And that one was like my immediate favorite off the album. I just love the sound of it. And I also, after reading more about the song and into the translation of the lyrics, it's talking about how she kind of feels like she can't be herself when she's in public, and that she feels sort of like a puppet, just sort of expressing the hardships of fame and wanting to be yourself but feeling like you can't. This image is beautiful. And then, oh, this is so cool. This reminds me of like, with the little hat, there's like a character in Coraline. Oh yeah, the button. Very like, it's both Coraline and Alice in Wonderland inspired. I feel like this dress, like the color makes me think Alice in Wonderland, but like mixed with Coraline. Then after that, the other standout on the album for me is Ribbon. I think it's called Ribbon or Ribbons. It's the one that has like a bunch of features on it. And I really love that one. It definitely stands out the most. It's like sonically the most different of all the songs on the album. The album is very cohesive, almost in a way where the songs flow together almost too well. Like it's sometimes hard to differentiate between the songs, but it's very much like a mood and a vibe. And I feel like Ribbon sort of sets itself apart. And I felt like it was the most kind of innovative. Oh, here's more of these little like outfit Polaroids. And then, does it say the names of the songs here? I wish it did. Let me get out the lyric poster so I can say for sure which are my favorites. Okay, so here is the lyric poster for the Glimmer version. It's the same artwork, but just in like a green hue. But now if we're looking together at the songs, I think this is it. Yes. Shadow Puppet and Ribbons were my favorite. Those were like the two standouts for me. Obviously, Shoot and Avocado I would rate really high. It was fun to see My Guitar on the album because she performed that at their Ready to Be tours. It was fun to hear that, but hearing it like fully produced, not in a concert setting, I feel like I appreciate it a lot more. And then I think my other standouts were Girl and BF. The ones that didn't really stand out to me were Band-Aid and Downpour. And then I did just hear Lonely Doll Waltz. Someone uploaded the audio to TikTok because it's only available, like you can only listen to it on the CD. It's not like available for streaming. But if you haven't listened to it, don't feel too left out. It is just an instrumental track. I think they might have used this instrumental in like different parts of the like teasers and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how I would rank the songs themselves. Now let's get into the rest of these inclusions. Okay, so for the large folded poster, we have this. Wow, that's really, really cool. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm like obsessed with the green avocado fingers. It's like such a simple touch, but it looks really, really cool and like, I don't know, high fashion. And then after that, oh, here is the CD. It looks the same as the other version, but it's in like the avocado green hue. And it also says Lil Fantasy Volume 1. Here is the avocado again. Oh, we got Nayeon, Junghyun, and Momo again. I don't really care which members we got for that, so that's totally fine. I guess technically our first dupe. And then here is the pin badge for this version. That's what that version looks like. Definitely excited to put these pins on something. For the printed photo, we have, okay, another dupe for this. Once again, pretty warped. Yeah, it's crazy how warped these are, which is a shame. Like, I think they'll be pretty easy to flatten out, but yeah, it's just not fun to open something that you were excited for and it come damaged already, like literally when you unbox it. Here is the folded poster, hoping for a new one. Ooh, that's cool. I like the little stars. I think for me, most of the actual part that's like of her is so small on the poster. I don't hang posters, but if I was gonna hang one, I'd want one that like shows more of her and her face, but that's a really, really cool image. For the bookmark, here is the key, the Lil Fantasy key. These are really cool. And, oh wait, is this the same? No, this is different. We have a new one. I don't remember how many versions of these there are. Oh, no. Once again, it looks like the pin button has struck again, and it looks like ever so slightly damaged. I kind of had a feeling when I saw that like a pin was going to be an inclusion. I was like, that's going to be bulky. Like that is going to cause damage to things that are in the album. I was not sure how they were going to package it. I don't know. I just wish they didn't package it the way they did, because now everything is coming damaged. So that's annoying. So far, no photo cards have been damaged, so I'm really hoping that nothing here is damaged photo card wise. So here we go. We have the photo cards. Let me get out the Barnes & Noble Oh, no. No. photo. Oh my god. It's so damaged. That is absolutely insane. I cannot believe the level of damage to this photo card. Oh my god. That's so sad. I really wanted to trade my other Barnes & Noble exclusive to a Target exclusive, but nobody's gonna want this. I'm not sure if I should just like keep it and like hopefully it won't show that much once it's inside a sleeve and in my binder, but it's so disappointing. When you look at the pin button, these little prongs here just cause so much damage. And I feel like if they hadn't have stored it in the album like this to leave an imprint on it, if they had literally just flipped it around so this side was facing front instead, there would have been so much less damage. That's so frustrating. It's like frustrating for me as like a consumer of their products, just because like obviously I don't want to get something that's damaged, but it's also disappointing because I feel like it's like almost disrespectful to the artists themselves. Like Chaeyoung, you could see like poured her heart and soul into this and put a lot of like time, thought, and effort into this album, and I just wish that the way that they packaged the album would have been as thoughtful and precious as Chaeyoung was with creating the album. So it's a shame that like the way they've packaged it has led to like, I don't know, the people who were excited about the album and what it included now being led to disappointment. Okay, end of rant there, but I do think that like the way that this was packaged as a whole, both like the outer box and the pin button, like I myself, who like knows nothing about the production of making albums, my first thought was, oh, there's a pin in there that is going to cause damage. Like I'm surprised that wasn't like a thought that they had, or like it's possible they just like didn't care. But it would have been so easy to just flip this around so it wasn't facing the photo cards or the inclusions, just so like there wouldn't be any damage. Like just a little bit of thought would have gone like a long way, or even just like making the outer box smaller to fit the photo book in the envelope more, I think would have made a world of difference in all of these things not coming damaged. Anyway, I'm gonna end my rant there, but definitely disappointed by that. So let's hope that the rest of the photo cards do not have any damage on them. So here is cute. I think this is a new outfit. We haven't gotten this one before. Then we have, I think I might have this one already. I think it's a dupe. Okay, yes. On further inspection, this is in fact a dupe. So that's our first dupe photo card, but that's okay. I can trade that one away. And then after that, we have, oh, is this a dupe? We definitely got one of her in this outfit, but I think it might be different. Yes, these are different. Okay, these are two different photo cards. They're technically not a dupe. And then the last one we have, oh no, another dupe. We have another one of the avocado fingers, but this one is really cool. I think I'm gonna have an easy time trading this one away. I really like that one. So yeah, these are the four that we got for this album. And of course, my sadly, terribly damaged Barnes & Noble exclusive. So that's everything for that album. Now let's open the digipack, the sparkle version. So here is the sparkle version. I don't know why I knew it was called sparkle, but I don't know why I didn't expect it to actually be like sparkly, which is really pretty. As soon as I saw the concept photos for this version, I was like, oh my gosh, like this might be my favorite concept of the concept photos that they'd shown us. And I'm just like, lately they keep making the digipack version of the albums for Twice's albums like my favorite one, and it's so sad because I wish for some of these digipack concepts that we got a full photo book for them. So that's always like a shame. Like, stop leaving the best ones for the digipack, please. Here is the CD. Whoa, so cool. Oh my gosh, I love that. So far, that's my favorite CD plate. I know there's gonna be a different CD plate probably for the canvas version, but that's really cool. And it looks like it's a drawing of her wearing her little hat. That's so cool. Yeah, I am really disappointed that I don't have the canvas version yet. It definitely looks like it's going to be my favorite version of the album. I think just because I think there's not many other albums that are out there like that, I might do a separate unboxing for it. But yeah, hopefully that will come soon. So here is the digipack photo book. Little self-portrait. Yeah, this version is so cool. I love this. And once again, like, she wears this in the music video. I don't think for any of the other like photo book concepts that she actually wears them in the music video. And it's so cool seeing her like photos of her actually like drawing her world. I love that so much. I wish we had a full photo book version of this. Yeah, these images are amazing. And I just like, I don't know about you, let me know in the comments if this is you too, but I do not look through the photo books of the digipack versions really at all, because I really don't like go out of my way to collect them per se. So cute. So it's like, I want to like have these images in like a nice big photo book. So it's so sad. And you only get like a few images for the digipack photo book just because the photo book is so small in nature. So next there is a folded poster, a little mini poster. Cute. I think there's 2 versions of these. I might get another digipack, but I don't feel like a strong need to get another one because I just want, I think like 2 cards from the digipacks. There's 3 versions of photo cards, but I think I just want 2 for the way that my layout is gonna work. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna go out of my way and buy another one. We'll see. Here is a Polaroid. I think this is a pre-order inclusion. Cute. And there's only 1 version of this, but that's really, really cute. Here is a mini postcard. I can't remember if there are multiple versions of this. There might be, but there's her little castle again. And then here's her, oh, that's so cute, like knocking on the door of her little castle. There's a sticker. I think there's 3 versions of the stickers, so let's see. Pretty. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna go out of my way to get any other stickers for this. I think for each of the digipacks, I usually just keep whichever sticker I get for the solos. And then here we have the 2 photo cards that it comes with. This one is going to be the pre-order card, and this one is the like actual album photo card. So for the pre-order photo card, so cool. I love that. I love when you can see like in the background stuff that makes you feel like you're in the world of the music video, and seeing her art in the back makes me feel like I'm in her world, her little fantasy. And then here for the actual selfie, cute. I have seen some photos of the digipack photo cards, and this is the only one that she's wearing her hat in. So I'm actually really happy that I have this one. But that's what those look like. And now we can move on to my Twice store version. So we don't need to look through anything. We can just take out the inclusions. Let me go get that. So this was luckily packaged so much better than the Barnes & Noble ones. It is like in pristine condition. Once again, like if you go to Barnes & Noble or Target, I guess, make sure that your album is not crushed before you walk out of the store with it. I just wish that I had gotten the other version from the Twice store, because that's the one that's like really damaged, but it is what it is. So let's see, where is the envelope? Here's the envelope. So there are some things that are gonna be the same, like the pin is the same once again. Then the CD is gonna be the same, so we need to look at that. Let's see, for the avocado, did we get any new members? Not that I care. No. For the 3rd time, we've got Nayeon, Jonghyun, and Momo. They love me. And then lyric poster is the same. Let's see, for the folded poster, yeah, I think there's only 2 kinds, so we don't need to look at that again. For the mini poster, hoping for a new one. We have 2 out of the 3. Oh, okay, duplicate of this, so hopefully I can trade that for the last one. Then I'm not sure. I think there might just be 2 versions of the bookmark. I think the way that I'm gonna store these is I don't feel the need to like keep the string attached. So I'm probably gonna take the string off and like put them flat in my binder. That's what I did with my strategy ornaments as well. I took the strings off, and I think Nyan for her second album had something like this, and I took the strings off as well. For the printed photo, we already have 2 of one version, so I'm hoping for a new one. Cute! Once again, even with the Twice store, came very, very warped and damaged. I think if it had been like postcard material, it might have had a fighting chance, but because it's like regular photo paper, it just did not stand a chance with the way that this album is packaged, which is a shame. Let's look at our photo cards, hoping for no dupes. So we have, okay, I do have this one already. I do remember that. Then we have, ooh, that's a new one. Oh, and her little like, I don't know what's on her fingers, but that's cool looking. And then, ooh, a new outfit. Her little like soldier tin hat outfit. So cute. And then we have, cute. Oh, wait a minute. It's like so small. I'm not even sure if you'll be able to see it on camera, but look, oh, the photo card is damaged right there. You can see it on the back too. That's so frustrating. Like the amount of like damaged things I've gotten from this album is crazy. And it's all the pin's fault. Like the pin is so cute, but honestly, I wish they just hadn't done the pin because so many of my things have come damaged, which is frustrating. It, for the most part, the damage like blends into her face a little bit. Such a bummer. But yeah, those are all of the photo cards that we got for this version of the album. And I think we got one of her, at least one of her in every outfit, which is awesome. Then the last thing we have is the Twice store exclusive signed postcard. So here is what it looks like from the front. And then here's what it looks like from the back. And there's her signature. So cool. Oh my God, her little eye peeking through. That's really cool. I do wish they would stop signing the backs of the postcards. I don't know how we can like get through to them that like we want to see the signature with their image. Like that is like the money shot. I can sort of see why maybe she didn't sign it on the front for this one because it's like so dark. You might not have seen the signature, but I feel like maybe like a silver Sharpie might have come in handy here. But yeah, having her little eye peek through kind of makes up for it, but it's super boring like visually to see the signature on the back versus on the front would be so cool. But yeah, that is everything that we have to look at for this unboxing. I think as I was unboxing this one, I feel inspired to do another unboxing just for the canvas one because I really think that album is going to be really cool. Hopefully people will watch it. I'm not sure if they'll watch it because I'm not sure when I'll get it, so it might be a long time, so I'm not sure if people will still be watching unboxing videos, but I think I am gonna unbox that one. Let me take out all of my photo card pulls so we can see everything that we got. All right, so here is everything that we pulled today. Pretty good. We got 1, 2, 3 dupes, so not terrible. Could have been worse. This has been a fun little unboxing, a fun LIL unboxing for LIL Fantasy. Look out for my unboxing of the canvas version. I am just so proud of Chaeyoung. The way that she brought her vision and her fantasy to life is incredible. I'm excited to see what she'll do in the future. It says volume 1, so I'm assuming a volume 2 is coming, right? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.